just gonna come out and say it, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for it. Men aren't men anymore. They're not. They're these little wimpos. There's little running around wimpos in this world. Man up, man up. So this is just like a for instance, and there's so many instances, and this is in so many aspects of life that men aren't men. So a guy wanted to take me out, and then he was like, so you gonna cook dinner for me the first time we hang out? No. What do you think this is? No. I swear, they don't want to make the plans. They want to take the easy way out. They want to have drinks, get the job done, do the sex. That's what they want. They want easy. They don't want to work for it, and they're not freaking men anymore. And I don't care what you say. You're not going to change my mind. If you're a guy and you want to take a girl out, this is where I'm taking you. This is what we're doing. You make the plans. What do you want to do? None of that bullshit. Make the plan. Make it be great. Show her she's special. And man...
Do you know, I find it really strange that on the first date, a man suggests a woman to cook at home. Hey, what's wrong with you? I barely know you, but already have to invite you to my place and impress you with my culinary skills? How about going to your place and seeing how well you fix the fence, mow the lawn, and earn money? Women feel like merchandise in a store. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I am.
So I just did a little video asking men's opinions on dating and whatever. And this right here was such a common response. And if this is how like 80% of men are viewing dating, and my negative aspect on dating and how females view it, because we exactly know that this is going on, that men will pretty much, why settle down if they can get cheated on, as opposed to just screwing everyone on the dating apps and not having to put in any time, effort, or pretty much anything that involves an actual long-term relationship. So if men view it this way and then women have their skewed like way of thinking about dating, it's just this vicious negative cycle of dating, and this is why we're all doomed, men and females. Can we change this?
This guy from the comment, he's so strange. You know, I suppose he's never truly loved anyone. Yes, never loved, because when partners love each other, they don't think of relationships as some kind of game where you need to collect achievements. They just try to live this life together, striving for the best, solving some life troubles. So yes, his opinion is very childish and selfish. This boy, no matter how old he is, has not yet grown up to real relationships, where there's something more than just sex and children.
So on Monday, I started talking to this guy on a dating app, and he wanted to exchange numbers right away, which I usually am not open to, but was like, whatever, that's fine. Tuesday, I let him know that I had a terrible day at work, and he tells me that he wants to take me out to dinner just to make sure I get something to eat, which is very sweet of him, and I let him know that I really appreciate him and the offer, but I was just too mentally and physically drained from the day. So I asked if he wanted to eat on Friday, which he agreed to. So we're texting Wednesday and Thursday. The conversation's a little bit dry, but I do tell him the city you live in is the city I work in, so it'd be super convenient if you just tell me a place and a time to meet you, and I'll just leave straight from work. Which he didn't seem too thrilled with me kind of giving him that option, but he still seemed up for it. So it's now Friday, and he texted me at like 2 p.m. saying that he got off work early and he was heading home. And it's like 4 p.m. and I tell him like, hey, I have like 20 to 30 minutes left of work before I head out. Then he tells me he had a really big lunch and that he's not all that hungry, so he offered for me to come over and watch a movie with him before we go out to dinner. I very politely tell him like, thank you for the offer, but I'm not comfortable with that since we haven't met in person. I would love to meet you a little bit later for dinner. So all he responds with is okay, and at this point I'm in my car using the talk to text feature, and I waited probably, I don't know, like 5, 10, 15 minutes to text him back saying, hey, if you want to meet up and do something else, if you have anything in mind, I'd be open to it. And as I'm driving home, I get a couple phone calls from work, some escalations, so I know when I get home, I'm going to have to do a little bit of work. So I don't check my phone or messages or anything for, I don't know, like an hour and a half. I get done with my work stuff. I look at my phone. The text I sent him doesn't even show that it's been delivered. So my best guess is that he blocked my number. I go onto the dating app. Don't see his face in the messages, so I'm assuming he blocked me there as well. Interactions like these are the reasons that I'm constantly getting on the dating apps and getting right back off and taking a break from them. Like, I'm really not bothered by this whole interaction that I had with this guy, but it's just like, if all you wanted me to do was go over to your house and watch a movie with you, why didn't you lead with that? I would have said no still, but like, why didn't you lead with that?
Quite a strange situation. I can understand that the guy just wanted to attract the girl's attention with his courtesy, but in the end, it really looks like a trap. After all, he could have turned out to be not just a nice guy, but some kind of maniac. And his behavior at the end, he just wanted to use her. It's encouraging that the woman doesn't fall into despair, but approaches the situation with a bit of skepticism. But at the same time, it will be extremely difficult for her to find a man in an app for serious relationships, where light flirting and casual sex prevail. Yes, you can't build a serious relationship just like that.
20s, I started dating the guys with all the options. I can't lie, at first this definitely did drive me crazy. The first guy I dated like this, I was definitely checking his following, his followers, his snap score, who we met last night. And since then, I have not once allowed myself to check any of that for any man ever again. Because I think I just decided, like, that's great, you have options, so do I. So why would I let myself sit at home and cry because one of my options followed girls? If I see you out at the bar with another girl, good riddance. Take him. I'm not gonna tear myself down because a man can't see my worth, can't see our compatibility. Like, he's not as smart as I thought he was then. That's fine. Not for me. Like, I own a mirror. I'm smart. I'm funny. I have good music taste. I'm an interior designer. I'm like your house at home. I'm good at cooking. What do you want? If it's not that, be my guest. I hope you find what you're looking for. I think a lot of the times as girls, it's really easy to get caught up in these guys that have a bunch of other options and start competing and trying to prove yourself. I just will never be chasing a man. I won't ask you to hang out. I won't ask you on dates. I won't text you first. Like, if I am not your number one option and you don't want to pursue me, who am I to stop you? In summary, if he doesn't want to make you his only option, then let him go to one of his other options.
Absolutely right, girl. I think you'll agree with me that having self-respect is much more important than competing with other women for the attention of that prince. If he lacks the brains to see his best option, then goodbye. Yes, goodbye, boy. You're still too young and foolish. Rest assured, this girl is wonderful and will find a man who appreciates her worth. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you think about this? Self-respect or the prince?